Hello students, today in your algebra class you're going to be working on multiplying exponents. So let's try a couple quick warm-up problems. This would be a really good time for you to pause your screen and try solving these two warm-up problems. Hopefully you've paused your screen and you realize that number 1, where it says simplify, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, or 2 to the third power. And for number 2, hopefully you notice that you could cancel these things out. So this 2 divided by 2 cancels, leaving you with a 1. That cancels, leaving you with just 2. Now, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to combine terms when multiplying exponents. So let's try two quick example problems. In example 1, all we want you to do is simplify it by really just telling us how many x's we have. So if you can count, you can do this problem. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. So x times x times x times x times x is x to the fifth power. So notice that as we're multiplying these exponents, we're just adding up their exponents and putting them together. For example 2, we've simplified it a little bit more. We have x squared times x to the fifth power. Notice x squared is in red and x to the fifth is in blue. So when I expand it, x squared is x times x in red, and x to the fifth is x times x times x times x times x in blue. So if we have x to the fifth, or x to the second times x to the fifth, that's really just x to the seventh power. So whether you expand it or write it out or simplify it like we did above, it's still going to yield the same answer. So as we go through this, what we'd like you to think about is, how can I simplify these problems? So x to the second times x to the fifth. How is that x to the seventh without having to expand it out? So let's try example 3. We have x to the fourth times x to the third, and we expanded it out again. So in total we have x to the seventh power because there are 7 x's. And same thing for the original equation up top. So now, for example 4, notice that we have x to the fifth times x to the negative sixth. Hopefully by now you've realized that as we multiply exponents with the same base, like notice they're both x's, we're just adding their exponents. So really we have x to the fifth plus negative 6. And we have y to the second plus 3. Now if you simplify that, you get x to the negative first power, y to the fifth. And that's your final answer. So you definitely want to write this note down, that when multiplying exponents with the same base, we add their exponents and leave the base alone. So a lot of times in the book you'll see x to the a power times x to the b is equal to x to the a plus b. So notice we're just taking the two x's, we're adding their exponents, and we're leaving the base alone. So let's try one more problem, bonus example 5 problem, just to make sure we have this down perfectly. So what we're going to do is I'm going to steal this original problem from example 3, and we're going to make one small change to it. We're going to say, what if we have 5x to the fourth times 2x to the third? Now notice the 2 and the 5 aren't the same bases. So really what we're looking at is 5 times 2. And 5 times 2 is 10. And because their x's are just like the ones we had in example 3, it should still say x to the seventh power. Now it's your turn. Try these three problems, write them on your notes, and we'll check them tomorrow. That's it for now. I'll see you guys next time.